Hey guys, Kingdom Key here. I wanted to try doing one of these vlog style videos because I love sharing my opinions. And I always do it on Twitter, sharing my opinions and all that, but I thought it'd be fun to do it in video form, and I feel like I could sort of say more if I do it through here. So this will be cool. This will be an interesting experience for me. So if you know anything about me, you know I have a tendency to stutter and trip over my own words, so I apologize for that in advance. I'm only human, man. But yeah, so I just saw a movie that, in my opinion, truly embraces the Halloween spirit. And that movie, of course, being Detective Pikachu. I mean, come on, obviously, especially with the, ooh, spooky, realistic-looking Pokemon, ooh, no, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I've been wanting to see this movie for a while, and the funny thing is, I had a dream about it the other night. I don't even remember what the dream was about, but it inspired me to see it. And just from the trailers alone, I could tell that it was capturing the spirit of the video games. That's something you rarely see in movies based on video games. It's like they try at first, but then they like stop halfway through. It's like, oh, here's the reference, and now we're gonna do our own crazy thing that makes no sense. And it's like, yeah, I get that. You're referencing the game and all that, but you're not capturing the true essence of it. What makes it good and why we love it. I mean, it's okay to do something different, but at the same time, you still want to represent that series. There are some that do it okay, like Mortal Kombat and Tomb Raider. Those are fine. But just from the trailers alone, you can tell there's a lot of detail and effort put into it. And it just makes me want to go play the games again. And yeah, after watching it, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought they had really good visual effects, some decent cinematography. It was actually really funny. There was a lot of adult humor in it, which I was surprised about for a kids movie, you know. And yeah, I just enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like a work of art or anything like that, but it's just a fun movie, and it reminded me of why I liked the series in the first place. I mean, I'm not a super uber fan or anything like that. Like, yeah, I grew up playing the games. I watched the anime, and back when Ash was 10 years old, and now he's still 10 years old. Well, he at least won a league, okay? That I'm very excited about. I know he did before with Orange Island, but that was, I don't know, something different. He still won it, so he should still be applauded for that. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it just really captures the essence of the Pokemon series. I mean, yeah, it has the references and all that, but you believe that this world actually could exist in the Pokemon universe. Like, it's an actual region. And it feels different from every other one. And it just works with that realistic style where, Pokemon and humans, they work together and all that kind of stuff. It's different, but it works. Like I said, it just works really well. So I guess I'll start with the visuals for the Pokemon, which are really awesome. Like, you'd think, especially because it's a live-action Pokemon movie, you'd think it would go into that uncanny valley, but you can tell that they really worked with the animation team, and to make not only these Pokemon look real, but still retain, like, that cartoony vibe, like that cartoony look that they have, and the cuteness that even the cuter Pokemon have. Like, in the scene with Bulbasaur, like, it looks so amazing, like, especially when you look into the eyes. You're just kind of just, like, enthralled by these really, really adorable creatures. And I believe a fan worked on it, too, if I'm not mistaken, which is really awesome and really helped. So they even got a fan involved. That's the effort that this movie has gone to. The references feel warranted, too. Like, they make 2 references to the Pokemon theme song, the original one from back in the day. And it was just, oh, it was so good hearing it. So yeah, in terms of, like, the story and the characters, like, the characters are great. I really like them. Definitely the highlight was definitely, Pikachu himself, voiced by Ryan Reynolds, which, people were kind of up in the air about it at first. Like, I was kind of too, but the more I listened to it, the more I could get into it. It's pretty much Deadpool again, because he's wisecracking every situation, he's making a joke, he's doing all that stuff, so. But the thing is, it's just really funny, and it's just, Ryan Reynolds has this delivery that works. Like, he doesn't take things seriously, but he takes things seriously at the same time, if that makes sense. That's Deadpool, pretty much, right? But yeah, he has some of the funniest lines in the movie. Again, the humor is great. I mean, there's some moments in there for the kids, like, I think there was a like some toilet humor and all that stuff, but there was a lot of good jokes that adults could laugh at too. Like, there's one joke where they're running away, and the main character, Tim, he loses his pants, and then Pikachu's like, I think they're attractive to your increasing nakedness. Or, like, they go to this intern's place, and they go to her office, and he goes, oh, wow, it's like a coffin with pencils in it. It's just, it was really funny. And there's also a moment with Mr. Mime, who's also another highlight. He's just so expressive, and just, like, how he's just screwing with everybody. It's just like he's trolling everybody. It's awesome. But there's a moment where they're interrogating him, and Tim decides to, like, you know, get in his mind. Because, you know, he's a mime, so he's gonna just, like, pantomime everything. So he takes some invisible gasoline, sets it all around, and he lights a match like he's gonna set him on fire. It's hysterical. There was some really good humor in this. I was just surprised by it. It just worked really well. And yeah, like I said, like, there was just a lot of heart to it too. Like, all the characters, there was just definitely this likability. A few kinda hammed it up, but you know, it's a kid's movie, so I mean, it's not too bad. But you know, even like a kid's movie deserves a little bit more. But at least for the most part, the acting felt genuine, especially from the main character Tim. They had really quiet moments too. It wasn't just all jokey, fight, and all the Pokemon shenanigans. There were definitely a lot of quiet moments too, that sort of let you take in what these characters are expressing, especially the moments that, like the really emotional moments. You really felt for them, and it just said so much through so little. I was just really surprised by how well they were able to pull it off. Like, if you want an example of how a video game movie should work, that's the example. It's not just like making the references and all that kind of stuff, or making it feel like it can belong in this world, but it has to have heart too. It has to have characters you want to get behind, characters who have complex issues and all that kind of stuff. And, like, they do it well for the most part. I think my main issue with the movie is it is very predictable. Like, I like the movie, but I don't think it's anything amazing, because you know exactly where it goes. The funny thing is you kind of want to see where it goes, but at the same time, you know all those beats that are going to come up. You're going to know who the villain is. They do a thing that I really don't like in movies. It's the breakup, the third act breakup, but it's not like a relationship or anything. I'm not going to get into spoilers here. I definitely encourage you to see the movie, but they do the breakup where they split apart, and then one character is going to learn something. He's like, oh, I need to go back and save the day, haha! And then he comes back, and then they get together for the final battle against the big bad and all that stuff. And yeah, that's what I mean. It's funny because it's charming, but at moments it's generic. Like, just the cliches and all the plot beats it follows, you can just guess where they're coming from a mile away. There's, like, for a detective, quote-unquote, movie, is not much, like, mystery. You definitely know where it goes. But the good thing is, like, even though all those cliches are there, that's the charm of it. It just has such a good charm that it cushions those issues. And that's what makes the difference between a good movie and a bad movie. If this was something else completely and just stock characters, little personality, then yeah, you'd be more like upset about it and just be like, oh, I just want to get through it. But you like these characters so much, you want to see their happy ending, you want to see what happens. But yeah, that's really the main issue I have with the movie. And I mean, not all the models are perfect. I mean, some can be weird, like, if you've seen the trailer, Mewtwo's in this. He looks kind of weird, to be honest, but it still works. It still works. It's kind of this mystical, unknown Pokemon, really. So, yeah, there's some there's some that are weird, but it still works. It's still just fine. I do have to give special mention to Charizard, because he is freaking... I've always said this from the trailers. He looks scary in this, and they really pull it off to maximum effect. I absolutely loved it. And there was like I said, there was so many funny moments too. Like, there was a Magikarp, and Pikachu's like, "Oh, I'll make it turn into a Gyarados," and he just kicks it, which I believe was from the anime as well. Which, again, oh my god, again, you can tell these guys did their homework on this and really created something awesome. So yeah, what else is there to say on it? I don't want to, like, go too far into spoiler territory, because again, I encourage you to see it. I easily recommend it, especially if you have kids. I mean, there'll probably be, especially with Charizard, there could be some scary moments in it, but I think the kids will like it just fine. But yeah, I can't think of anything else. I like it, I think it's good, but I don't think it was anything amazing. Like, it's not gonna top anything like Avengers Endgame. But, you know, at the same time, maybe that's what the whole point of it. It's just supposed to be a fun little adventure. And I do like, too, that they went with Detective Pikachu for the first outing. Not like just doing like, oh, trainer goes on journey, collects badges, learns something, and then he becomes the master. I feel like that wouldn't work unless you did like multiple movies of it, because obviously there's a lot that goes on. And that's why I like what they did with Pokemon Origins, where they told it in multiple parts, which gave the time for the characters to breathe, and you could follow their story and come to grow with them. So yeah, that's why I think Detective Pikachu is a good route. I've never played Detective Pikachu. I hear it's not that good, but again, it was a very good idea. I mean, if they were to do other spin-offs, I wouldn't mind seeing a Pokemon Ranger movie. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I've never played those games. I think I saw, like, the anime special of it, and that's about it. But you could do something interesting with that. But I think that would be fully animated because, well, it'd be all about the Pokemon and stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it. There's nothing more I can really say about it. I feel like, I don't know, if you don't like Pokemon, you're not gonna like this movie. That's all I can think of. And I guess maybe, because, yeah, Pikachu nonstop with the joking, I guess at moments it could get grating, especially during some serious moments. But it didn't really bother me that much. And I think Ryan Reynolds, especially after playing Deadpool, he's kind of become a pro at that. So, I don't know. But I would like to see more Pokemon movies after this, more live-action ones that do different things and sort of take it in their own direction while still retaining that spirit. Oh, there is one thing I have to mention too. This isn't really a spoiler. I mean, come on, every movie has end credits, but they recreate some of the scenes in this movie in the Pokemon Red and Blue style using those original sprites. It's really awesome. Again, they did their homework on this. See, what? I'm just flabbergasted that so many other movies don't do this, but I guess it's about the money, right? I mean, Doom Annihilation, just from that trailer alone, like, you can tell it lacks the heart that makes those games good. And there I go, talking about Doom again. Of course I'm talking about Doom again. Why wouldn't I be talking about Doom? Yeah, like I said, it didn't capture that heart. Like, the BFG 9000, if you see that thing, it looks plasticky and stuff, and like when it fires it just fires it's like a laser gun. Like, you know what the BFG is, that thing decimates everybody. But I'm definitely having some thoughts about Doom Annihilation and possibly seeing that just to torture myself a little bit. I don't know. But look, we're not here to talk about Doom, we're here to talk about Pokemon. It definitely is a good movie. It's not by any means amazing, but it's just entertaining. It's fun. It's fun. Both kids and adults can get into it, and I would definitely recommend the DVD too, because I'm sure there's some interesting features. Actually, there's one feature I heard about that sounds really funny. It's clearly just messing with the audience, where it's a commentary by Mr. Mime. I mean, come on, that's hilarious just for something like that. That's worth the price of admission alone, man. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing more to say. Go check it out. It was a lot of fun. So I will talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye.